Hi guys, welcome back to a new episode of House of the Dragon. Today I'll be watching episode 5 of season 2, Regent. The aftermath of episode 4, definitely now, well, I don't know if it's a spoiler alert, but spoiler alert if you haven't watched episode 4. This is post Rhaenys and Meleys's death at the Battle of Rook's Rest, and we get to see what will happen in terms of strategy with Team Black, and naturally this is a big victory for Team Green, specifically in terms of strategy. As I kept saying in the previous episode, I think I'm very much leaning towards Team Green's war policies right now, in how they are able to quite literally nail on the head in terms of obtaining houses or obtaining certain locations. Pretty solid. I mean, if we compare to say like how much they have been able to successfully control certain houses, to say Daemon just being in Harrenhal for like predominantly good part of 2-3 episodes, I think, or 2 episodes I feel. In that, I feel the Greens have actually made progress and moved and gotten quite a lot more in that. So tactically, it's quite a smart move. And on top of that, we've also seen Aemon's sort of agenda, where he let Sunfire and, of course, his own brother, Aegon, to kind of like be burnt or to die, or I don't know what it was, but genuinely like a big blow to how the narrative is going to be, because I feel this is just going to be between Aemond and Cole. Only Cole would know the real truth behind it, but I feel maybe Aegon might just take this as a warning if he is survived. If he has survived, I feel like he would have survived. But yeah, that's one thing. And then they're naturally going to say this is all team like Rhaenyra, look what Meleys did, yada yada yada, and they're going to like brush it off as Meleys is doing, but not really the fact that it was actually Vhagar and Aemond that kind of had the final say in the way that things are for Sunfire and Aegon. And then we have the other thing that I did not realize, but someone mentioned in the comments the previous episode, is that Alan and his brother are actually Corlys's bastard sons. I took it to a different level. I did not even realize. That's why she was like, "Oh, you look just like your mother," and I did not even put 2 and 2 together. It didn't even strike me that this is a possibility. But yeah, now I know. I wow, insane. I it was interesting to see how I was able to take an exact opposite conclusion to that scene to what it actually meant. That she wanted a little bit of boom shakalaka with Alan. I was like, what? I'm like, what are my priorities at this point? It's so ridiculous. But yeah, I genuinely did not get that from that. But good to know now that that's his bastard son. So how many does he have? Is it just with the one? Who is his mother? Like what? Where? When? Is it during the time when he was away for 6 years? Like, in the sea, must have met some woman. And because it's Alan of Hull, so someone from Hull, right? But yeah, he has another brother. Can't remember the brother's name. Definitely written it down, but it's gonna take a while for me to find that. But yeah, let's just find out what happens in this episode. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. But yeah, we're in the 5th episode, halfway through. We've got another, I think, is it 5 more episodes to go? So yeah, let's find out what happens in this one. And yeah, it's gonna be hard. I feel like Corlys is gonna take the rough end to it, and I feel like I might cry again, but as always, that's nothing new. But yeah, let's get right into episode 5 of season 2 for House of the Dragon. I see Moon Dancer? What was that? Whose head was off there? Was this all before Viserys and Jaehaerys? Was that always there? Oh dear. I have to say the visuals for and the set locations for all these places are beyond beautiful. Oh shit. Shit. Oh dear. Oh. They lost, I feel like they've lost their biggest asset with Meleys being the largest dragon. Are they all rotten? God, you can see like the town, yeah, that's struggling.
Behold! The traitor dragon Meleys!
What the fudge? Oh my God! Oh.
Mark my words, this is a black omen.
Yeah, you know what? You guys are idiots to have shown this spectacle amongst the people, because dragons are a symbol of your house. And if you are easily showing that dragons are so easily slain in battle, that means that people will get the idea that Targaryens can be taken down. You're already bringing down the name of your house.
Don't they realize we won the battle?
You are an idiot. Oh, Balon is his name?
I thought the dragons was gods.
Ah, see? Closer to, Targaryens are closer to gods than men. And now you've just done the exact opposite. Is that Aegon there? You don't seem to care. Ah. Ah, she has an idea. Did she by any chance see this happening with her dream visions? I would have thought it would have been a better mode of transport to bring him in, unless they were unless it might give off the wrong idea, showing that the king is dead or possibly something like that. Oh shit!
His Grace remains with us for the moment.
Oh, you can see his head is peeled off. Please show us, please, please. I really want to see. Wow. Anakin, is that you? I did not want to see that.
Is my son going to die?
I'm afraid I cannot say. If you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
Yeah, it's exposed to air, infection. Oh, my fudging God. Dude, just show me Aegon's face. I didn't really need to see all that. My masterpiece.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
Oh. I mean, you do realize when Viserys died, immediately people started thinking about who was gonna get to the throne. So, Aemon's right here. Not gonna lie, I like that hack.
What happened?
We took the castle at the cost of some 900 men. His Grace fought valiantly.
You won't tell. Sign of weakness, your own house turning against each other.
And Aemond?
Mm.
What was his part in this?
I could not say.
The queen might not have, you know, maternal instincts, but she's definitely no fool.
I could never doubt your capability or your quickness of mind. It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
But Rhaenyra, you need to start having some sort of action. Can't let this go.
Time is ripe. If we can strike King's Landing before their dragon is recovered...
Then I myself must do it.
My queen, you are the crown. It is out of the question.
What would you have me do?
It was so true. Meleys was the actual, real dragon asset.
Where are you going?
To Harrenhal, to treat with the Daemon. My mother gladly sends you away. To scout, to fight. Whilst I'm here being forced to play the coddled princeling, it's humiliating,
She
Bela.
only protects you. You are the succession.
Then I must be seen to act for her claim and mine. I can sit still no longer.
I get it.
The phrase.
Ah, no fucking way.
They control the crossing at the Twins. I will treat with the phrase to secure it.
Okay.
She will not like it.
Then don't tell her. Not until I'm away.
Well, just make sure you don't commit to getting married to someone else.
Our terms are simple, Lord Bracken. Renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to me.
Bend the knee to you or Rhaenyra?
We choose fire.
Wow. Oh, the CGI is all off.
They would rather burn than succumb. Exactly the kind of men I need.
We have fought them for an agent more.
Then perhaps you could try less fighting and more
Negotiating.
persuading.
Right.
They are unyielding in battle, but every man has a weakness.
You take my meaning then.
I don't know what I don't understand though. What is it?
There are things the crown itself must not be seen to do. Show them your worst.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, he's making him do something. Something like what we saw unfold in episode 1. But I don't know in what manner of speaking. Is that the veil?
Over the centuries.
Oh, fuck, yes. Welcome. Hi.
You promised the Queen Rhaenyra 15,000 swords.
In return for protection. A dragon.
Then she has exceeded your terms.
You have 3.
She sent 2.
Never mind, 2.
Both still wet from the egg. I have hunting hounds that are more fearsome.
I do not recall you specifying the size of the beast in your request.
Will you goad me, child? When your bread and shelter now depend on my pleasure.
The dragons will grow.
This will be your chamber. I'll expect you at supper this evening. My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
Did she didn't know?
If I had been a son, a sword thrust into my hand the moment I could walk.
But you were part of the council, Rhaenyra. Come on.
And Damon as well.
Shall your evening meal be served here, Your Grace?
Not now.
Belinda, please. Oh. What about Vermithor? What's happening with that?
I do not know my part, Massaria.
That's not good, Rhaenyra.
Kristen Cole made a mistake, parading a dragon's head through the streets like a prize of war. But the people see an ill omen.
Exactly.
Do not underestimate your subjects. They are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep and forgotten for too long.
And you think they will turn to me?
If you
To the
support...
discontented, rumors are feed.
But how are we gonna get their support?
What you cannot do, let others do for you.
So send her. I like her. See, she's an addition. Missaria. See, thinking about the realm, that's exact. Remember Damon took her to the streets when she was young, saying that once you become the crown, you have to look after everyone. Missaria is very good to point that out right now, because it's a very bad omen to have paraded the head.
The thought of her lying in a field, broken amongst her enemies.
She died a flippin' badass bitch is what she did.
Did your grandmother ever tell you of the night she claimed Melees?
Actually, no. Tell me as well.
She snuck into the dragon pit. My father was furious.
She was fierce.
You are very like her in some ways. And with her gone, I must rely on you, I think.
Your Grace.
Would you give this to your grandsire?
Oh. Who?
I do not wish to stand alone.
Sorry, I might be having a brain freeze movement.
Damon.
Grandsire. Isn't that grandfather? Who's this?
Damon.
Who is this? Was this his sister?
Viserys was unsuited for the crown. But you, Damon, you were made to wear it.
Is this a sister? I don't know her.
If only you'd been born first, my favourite son.
Oh, whoa, whoa!
Is the duck not to your liking, Your Grace?
Ah! Oh, Damon! I didn't realize that was his mother. And mother. Wet dreams.
The roof alone has needed tending since the reign of Aenys, and the storerooms and the Wailing Tower. There's, of course, the matter of payment. I rather thought your grace as emissary to the Queen. Perhaps she could provide the necessary coin if you could only write to her.
No, I shall guarantee the payment myself.
Very well, your grace.
You should address me as my king.
But you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the Queen?
Well, the king.
There it is, then.
Consort.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
But you are that, Damon.
He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within.
Ah, you don't have Samuel Tarly in your day and age.
I must admit, I'm not sure he will ever wake. I have plied my crafts to their fullest extent. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
A king cannot rule in his sleep, but now we must name a regent to take his place. I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
The king does not lack for heirs. The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Aemond.
Agreed.
Aemond is young, and his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly.
They all have to agree with Prince Aemond.
At a time when we must show strength.
Lord Larys.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemond. What would it say if in response to Rhaenyra's crowning we raised up a woman of our own? But the hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Criston. What say you?
Aemond is the next in line. It must be him.
What was that, Alison? You still think you have a say in this council? Wow.
Your brother's hosting me, Damon. You should quicken his pace and check the rivermen well.
Oh.
What else?
We might turn our attention to the small folk.
You should understand your surroundings.
And someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
The city's safe no longer. We must get out.
And where would you have us go? For all we know, every road leads into the Dragon's Teeth.
We should make for Tumbleton.
Tumbleton?
You would have me turn beggar.
Are we not beggars already? Have you been paid for those machines you were forced to build?
The king has promised payment.
The king has lied.
She sees through it.
By all means, stay and wait for his empty promises, husband.
But you're leaving. Wow. Shiri, the Namirkadi Party Pavandi.
Seeing faithfully to the Prince Regent's commands.
Aemond is the next in line.
Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
What a dialogue!
And what of justice? Of temperance, or is strength now to be our only god? So you cast me aside.
Have I not spared you?
Sorry?
What we must do now is terrible. Will you preside over it?
I think she's in it for the long run.
Is this who you are, Alison?
I did not ask to be spared, and I did not give you leave to speak my name.
So the boom shakalaka has to wait. Everyone are leaving. Yeah. This reminds me of a certain episode 5. Weirdly, episode 5. Episode 5, The Bells. Episode 5, Regent. Season 8, season 2 now.
Aemond.
Does he mean the king?
I don't know.
You cannot keep us here!
To return to your homes!
We want me!
This is where Rhaenyra has to come and somehow save the damn people. Oh shit, she's turning blue, dude. Vermax! I don't know why the green screen is so obvious.
Our fear lies in Vhagar.
You fear a dragon leagues away when mine own sits outside your walls.
Do you offer us your protection?
I do.
That does lend us some comfort. Though it occurs to me that dragons cannot be in 2 places at once.
Or 3.
3?
What do you want?
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle.
You want Harrenhal?
You want Harrenhal?
Damon's not gonna like that. Yeah, you can drink all you want. Damon's not gonna like that.
For that, my mother will want more than your crossing.
Woo!
What does her grace desire?
Everything.
Bent knees.
Okay, so cost of loyalty from the phrase. I don't trust the phrase ever. sure the witch is not doing this. Was that his mother screaming?
There's news then?
No. What I hear in the wind. Cries of anguish.
Lovely.
This is not war. These are crimes against the innocent.
The Brackens had their chance to do as I required.
Is that the kind of army you would raise? Men who hate you?
That fool Aegon is unlike to survive. The realm will suffer if Aemon One Eye rules.
Him in One Eye?
But I'll cross you no further. I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
When I take King's Landing, Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side. King and Queen, ruling together.
Wow.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
The Blackwoods have overwhelmed the Brackens, and Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you.
Oh.
My castle is a tomb, empty, haunted.
I am sad to have missed its highest days. The wealth you brought back from Yi Ti and a shy, inspiring awe and envy. I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her.
Oh, jeez, he's not able to cope.
Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you Hand.
Right.
Even the death of my wife does not content her.
It is a sign of her great esteem.
Rather, I would sail into the west and be lost.
You have done so before.
Ooh. Wow. Bela, she's got a little fire from Daemon.
The queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will.
Exactly.
And she died.
She died as she would have wished to die.
A dragon's death.
With honor. In dragonfire. In the way I myself wish to meet my end.
Wow. Okay. Respect.
I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne, as Rhaenys wished, as Rhaenys herself should have. You yourself may do as you see fit.
Ah, grandsire. Okay, Corlys. God. Sorry, I completely forgot that. So who is her grandsire?
I would make you my heir.
Wow, okay.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Ooh.
Your Grace.
You were correct in saying our best hope of an army is with Daemon. I wish you to go to Harrenhal. You and your house served my father well, and I know you will never accept the Hightower claim.
Not while I live, Your Grace.
I don't know why there was a suspicious undertone to that.
I ask you to reason with him.
I think he's gonna kill Alfred, straight up.
And his intentions.
Intentions?
I don't know what she's on about.
He means to raise a host for me or for himself.
It's for himself. You can join if that's as you wish, is what he said.
Have you any message for him?
Come back, my sweetling.
Tell him I would much like to finish our last conversation.
Your Grace.
Yeah, Daemon is off doing his Daemon thing. Please, let's not see you and your mother again. That was pretty sick. I thought it was some unborn sister that you imagined her or some shit.
The River Lords have come, Your Grace. They wish an audience.
Whoa!
Now? What godless hour is it?
The wolf. They are demanding to speak presently.
They said the wolf.
Seer must begin here with a lesson in etiquette. Failing that, in proper fear of your Targaryen master.
Are these the Starks? Who are they?
There have been complications.
The sacred seps on Bracken lands
Never mind.
were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms.
These beasts proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen. Red dragon on black.
So they're doing stuff without you.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands.
Hi.
He looked after our girls.
Well, not a chance. Not since you left, babe.
Know this, interloper. And dragon or no, we shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
Well, there goes the Brackens. That was a short-lived renunciation of the House Targaryen there, babe. Great job, Daemon. Great job. Phenomenal. I can scratch that off my list. Bracken, bye. Belinda? Oh god, is Mysaria using Belinda?
I must see an old friend.
Most people want out these days.
Okay. Didn't realize that she had like people that she could speak to with the King's Guard. What if they had changed? Like what if that was a risk and a half? Does Rhaenyra know that Belinda is gone. Diana!
Elinda.
Oh yeah, Elinda. I call her, I don't know why I call her Belinda. Ah, is this everything you ever wanted?
Was it worth the price?
She knows, babe, like I thought. Jeez, you can see he's having trouble breathing. I think that's the first time she's actually been gentle with her son, like in her touch with him. You can see the difference between Catelyn Stark and her. What did he say? Did he say, hold on. How Catelyn never left Bran's side? Oh, well, I feel bad for him, kind of, because, yeah, whatever.
What is the mood at the twins? You're my son, and I did not give you leave to go.
But who else is there? Rhaenys is dead and Baelor cannot bear the burden alone.
And when Aemond comes hunting for you, your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did?
Perhaps Daemon could... Is Aegon dead?
Dead or alive, we have no answer for Vhagar.
That is true.
Sent my messages, invoked my alliances. But if all else fails, it is I who must fight.
That's why she's saying, why can't I be Visenya?
I need dragons.
Yeah, can't believe dragons need to win this war.
We have two large enough to stand against Vhagar.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
There is Rhaena.
Who nearly lost her life in her last attempt. I would not risk it again.
Try. What else do you have?
The dragon will only accept a dragon lord to ride it. Also say the histories.
Valyrian histories.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tarly?
It's better than death and defeat.
Are they trying to justify Jon Stark? Jon Stark? What the hell was that? Jon Snow? Aegon Targaryen there.
There are records here, surely, of our line. And of those who fell out of it.
Ah, the guy from King's Landing, right?
There could be scores of them.
Gotta have to find every bastard son alive.
It's a mad sword.
Is it the guy from King's Landing? Interesting. Interesting. Definitely interesting. A little more slow, I would say, this episode. A lot more strategy and battle planning and the line succession getting in order for the greens, but for the blacks, the lack of dragons and what can be done to take Vhagar now that Meleys is gone, and yeah, it's legitimate questions that they need to think. I think now we can't always have an action sequence in every episode, but now we need to sit, plan our attack and find out how we can proceed. So understandable. The main thing is with the ending about, like, say, Targaryen blood marrying into nobility and their children would have the Targaryen up. So, of course, for the books or for, to carry on, the strength of the Targaryen name, where, of course, we have Targaryens marrying each other to keep the bloodline pure. Get that. However, that's not a bad thought in terms of that. I'm immediately only thinking about Balon, the bastard brother, was it? Or stepbrother? I'm not sure what brother it is. But one of the brothers for Viserys and Daemon. He is old enough. He can support Rhaenyra. He knows the king has not paid. But even though he's still, like, you could say, still hopeful for coin to be, for him to be paid, essentially. After seeing what's happening in King's Landing, I think this can be an advantage where somehow, I'm not sure even if they can't go to Tumbleton. Yeah, maybe Mysaria can spread the word through, say, Elinda and Diana. I don't know. But yeah, let's see, because I'm not sure. But immediately that comes to my mind. And I can't believe during that I said Jon Stark. Wow, what is that? Yeah, I mean, we have like a very classic case of in the future, Rhaegar Targaryen marrying Lyanna Stark, you know, a nobility house. There you have it. And then from the lore, if I recall correctly, okay, I don't know who the Mallisters are, but do I recall correctly about something to do with Dawn? The Dornish, like possibly have Targaryen interlinks, like where a Targaryen would have married a Dornish prince or something like that. I'm not sure, like one or the other, like where I don't think it was during Nymeria's time about those 10,000 ships where she married the guy of Dawn, but I feel like post that, I feel there was like a Targaryen who married into a Dornish household, because that's why I feel like possibly what's his name? Pedro Pascal's character? Oberyn. This is a problem with names. This is why I have to write it down. Oberyn Martell's family, don't they have like some sort of like a Targaryen, even though they don't like Targaryens, but his previous line had some Targaryen blood or something like that, even though his sister Elia married Rhaegar. Like, it has happened, even if it's generational, but it has been a thing. So it could be a possibility, but I feel like at the moment, since we've been seeing Balon's life story, I feel Balon would be the one. But I don't think he married I don't think it was a marriage of nobility. I think it was just like he married, or no, or just like he's a son of an illegitimate, like, relation. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just thinking out of my head, but that's what's coming to my mind. The thing that the other thing that also, of course, is Aemon now is envisaging himself on the Iron Throne, and that entire, you know, oh, you know how Aemon is, Alicent. And like, I think Alicent realizes, and you will still, even if you are at the council, you're still a woman. That's exactly the reason why they already started planning. As soon as Alicent should have known, like, as soon as when you told that Aegon was uttered out of Viserys's lips, and they already had this kind of plan, and, you know, to overthrow Rhaenyra, this was a thing that they didn't even care about, whether he would name her, like that he's named her heir to the throne, or Viserys even mentions Aegon. They were still having plans to take down Rhaenyra. That's it. The realm will never accept a woman, because they'd rather go to war than let a woman sit the Iron Throne, is what Rhaenys said. And if I recall correctly, a once young Rhaenyra said once she sits on the throne, she would create a new order. Now it shows how difficult it is to do that. It's not as easy as it's been said. Yes, you might have supporters, you might have people that will support the claim because of once held oaths to your father. But another thing Daemon very rightfully mentioned when he was on the streets with Rhaenyra, you know, parading when she was young, is that you need to take criticism. You need to understand that people will not always privy to the idea of having a woman on the throne, and you need to know how to handle that, and because she is fire and blood, so she can easily be like, ugh, I'm so pissed off, and Syrax can feel the same anger and just burn them all. But that's not what you're trying to be. You're not trying to be a tyrant queen. You're trying to make sure that the realm are also protected, because they are also part of your, you know, your time on the throne. Like, that's where you need to use your advantage, which was a smart idea, that people are now dispersed, confused, absolutely in agony, diseases, lack of food, lack of shelter, lack of water, lack of everything, no money. They will look to someone who needs to make them understand that yes, they will be provided handsomely in coin and in shelter. And I feel weirdly that Balon has got a good repertoire with the people, and that he can be sided with Rhaenyra and convince the crowd to understand that Rhaenyra is a good queen who cares about her people and her subjects. And also about the fact that the Greens pulled that ridiculous stunt of parading Meleese's head around the streets. They are such idiots to have done that, because you have just made yourself look like you are easily taken down. You can easily be taken down. Dragons were the symbol of your house. Dragons are literally on every banner of King's Landing, and you have managed to take down the one thing that you so proudly flaunt. They were closer to gods than men. Now you are not. Now they have received the message. Yes, it's a bad omen. Now they received the message that dragons can also be taken down, which means they can be taken down as well, which means since the Targaryens are not providing this food and shelter for the people will side with a particular house that will provide that for them. And the rumors will spread. The more, voice is power. And even though they don't have much, they can do everything they can to close the gates, get rid of everything, maybe kill people. Yes. But in the end, it's who manages to make sure that the realm is stable. And that's exactly what Rhaenyra should use to her advantage, I guess. And I think that's what the errand is with Elinda going to Diana. Not sure if that's exactly that, but I feel that would be that. Otherwise, why would she go to King's Landing? And I like the fact that Mysaria is so, well thought of. Like, it's her being in the streets, her experience with being with the people that makes her realize that, yes, there is more than one way to fight this war. And it's not always using your dragons. It can also be like sending messengers, spreading the word that Rhaenyra is a good queen or whatever. I feel like it's about possibly finding a way to get the people towards Rhaenyra's claim. On the other hand, we have Daemon, absolutely on his own high horses, doing his own thing. The whole thing with his mother was weird. I did not understand that. So explain what's that. Even though I know his mother is like, if you only were born first. I mean, he's only just had little 69 shag with her in his dreams, which is pretty ridiculous. Not that I'm saying the sister thing or the niece thing is even better, but this is taking it to the next level. I thought it was his sister that was unborn or died, or he never got to meet and was born before Viserys. And that was ridiculous, that full segment. But even in his dreams, he knows that, he's fit for the Iron Throne, and if Rhaenyra wants to join him, let her join, but he's on the throne. Like, they would take his claim seriously. And now he doesn't say for your queen. Like, if you recall, in the first season, bend the knee to your appointed queen or whatever, Rhaenyra, with where he asked Jace to learn and watch. He said for Rhaenyra. Now when he was in the same position on the dragon, and he said that bend the knee to me, to your king. So he's doing his own thing, very much like understandable. And now that Sir Alfred is gone to sort of understand his standing and what he's trying to do, I don't know what exactly will happen, but I guess we're gonna see. Maybe as Alfred might not be on the council anymore, and he might just accept Daemon's rule. And yeah, who knows? God knows. But anyway, that's that. And then the whole Bracken thing was, well, I guess back and forth, ridiculous, but understandable that he's not having some sort of like a smart plan, like to get the support. He can't even manage to get a support of one house, let alone, he might have gotten the castle of Harrenhal, but it's useless. He needs to bring coin for this house. It's not like it was already like wealthy enough or any of that. It's still quite a far-fetched idea from what he has in mind to maybe say that he is, you know, the legitimate king. Oh dear, man. And then after that, we had Jane Arryn making an appearance for that 15,000 swords for Rhaena, and we had, of course, her, you know, her trying to sort of explain it to Jane, saying that you have 2 dragons and they are better than nothing, and, you know, of course, you never mention any sizes, so you get what you ask for. And yeah, like, I get it. I get even Jane's perspective. Like, she's very much, I feel like she might see herself in her a lot, but I think she might enjoy her company a lot more. But yeah, like, we do realize, I mean, she did pledge her sword for 1 dragon, but, you know, I feel like once they win the war, that 15,000 swords would be very, very easily, you know, essential for what's to come, I would say. Like, it's like, yes, you made a great offer, but with the way the war's going, I think even if we left 1 dragon with you, that dragon is essential for this war. That's how bad it is. And if we don't have, like, I feel like if all the dragons are gone, I guess the whole point of this alliance and, you know, back and forth would be seemed like pointless, I guess. So I would like to think Jane may still be open to giving her army, so that with that 15,000 swords, now that Vhagar is weak, I don't know, yes, Vermithora and Silverwing, I don't know. I have no idea what the plan is. It looks so bad. And then yeah, I mean, we have the Greens, Alicent not really understanding what's gonna happen next, seeing how Aemond is. She's scared that, you know, this one singular decision of hers is costing lots of, you know, deaths. And I understand this comes only from people that are a bit more sympathetic, but that's war, really. And now that she knows the real truth about the fact that it was in her Aegon that Viserys was talking about, which makes it even harder to digest. And her trying to say that she would be on the council and we act as, you know, regent for the time being, to make sure war is avoided at all costs in every way possible, I feel. Even though she knows lives will be lost. And then no one supporting her. Well, Rhaenys did say you will always bend your will to a man, and you have served for men only. You were there literally as the Queen Mother. You married a man to produce a son. You did that, and now you have to shut up and just do your duty as being his mother. As bluntly as it gets, like, that's your one role, Alicent. So, I mean, it's the harsh reality, babe. You knew what you signed up for, and you're gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, I guess. But anyways, that was episode 5. Very interested to see what episode 6 would entail. I feel like we're gonna see, I want to see Daeron, like, if he's going to make an appearance. I want to see if Balon is the one that we're thinking about as the possible riders for these 2 big, lovely dragons. I think they should give Rhaena a chance. I don't know, but let's see. I don't know if she will be a dragon rider. And then, yeah, what happens next? I want to see... yes, I think this entire thing has been about Harrenhal and all that, but I want to see Daemon out of Harrenhal for just 1 episode, just to see what's gonna happen next. But I guess we will just find out and wait and watch, really. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. But until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.